Today, more than 130 Democratic members of the House and Senate, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, called for Attorney General Jeff Sessions to resign immediately. And every Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee signed a letter that was sent to FBI Director James Comey and U.S. Attorney Channing Phillips asking for, quote, the FBI and the United States Attorney's Office for Washington, D.C. to take up an immediate criminal investigation into these statements, which could potentially implicate a number of criminal laws, including lying to Congress and perjury. Today, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer demanded a special prosecutor be appointed to investigate Russia's involvement in the presidential election. He also called for the Inspector General of the Justice Department to investigate Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Joining us now, Michael Moore, Academy Award-winning documentary filmmaker, and the man who has been urging the Democrats to resist the Trump presidency. Here we saw the Democrats go into action on Jeff Sessions as soon as the information came out that he didn't tell the whole truth in his confirmation hearing. How do you score this week so far?
Good, very good. Democrats they're following the lead of the people in the streets, the people at the town hall meetings, the people of this country, the majority that voted not to have Donald J. Trump as president. That's by 10.5 million, by the way. That's Hillary's 3 million and the 7.5 million that voted Green or Libertarian. They all showed up that day and said, we don't want him as president. So the Democrats are doing very good, but now they just can't hold a press conference and say it. They actually have to push for this resignation, but also not get caught in the weeds of this whole Russian scandal. Because it's, as we know, you don't need a very good sniffer to smell the smoke that's here and see the fire. That what's going on with Russia and Trump, what was going on. And the other night, Rachel had that incredible piece. If people haven't seen it, go to this website of this network. And I think it was a Tuesday night, was it? No, Monday night. Monday night, a 20-minute piece on our new Secretary of Commerce, Wilbur Ross, and his connections to the money laundering bank in Cyprus for the Russians and his connection to the Russians and Putin. And now he is our Commerce Secretary. The Vice Chairman of the Bank of Cyprus is our Commerce Secretary.
But wait a minute, you just told me not to get caught in the weeds of all this, and now we're in the weeds.
No, we're back up to where it belongs.
Oh, okay.
With the Russian $40 million gift to Donald J. Trump. Not about Sessions, really. Not about Wilbur Ross, really. But how that whole laundering took place down in Florida, where Trump ended up with a $40 million windfall, which is now going to be turned into, when it's sold again, to even more money for Trump. I mean, this is incredible. It's obvious why Trump has never wanted to say anything bad about the Russians or Putin, because he's making money, a lot of money, and he thinks people aren't going to care. He's going to think, yeah, they thought that was kind of cool. I got away without paying taxes for 20 years. This is cool, too. People like guys who make money. But so I just want to say about Sessions, yes, it's very important that we stay on him. This man should not be the top cop in this country. He lied. He committed perjury. That's a crime. He's got to go. But also, there's this other strategic piece that the Democrats have to do next week. March 7th is the hearing for the new deputy attorney general. Now that Sessions has recused himself, the deputy will appoint, hopefully, the special prosecutor that we need. Except this deputy is going to be one of theirs. So they need to cut the same deal the Democrats cut back in the Saturday Night Massacre under Nixon, where Nixon ordered Attorney General Elliot Richardson to fire the special prosecutor. He wouldn't. He resigned. So the deputy, William Ruckelshaus, stepped in, and he wouldn't fire Archibald Cox, the special prosecutor. So he resigned. So then the acting Attorney General, Richard Bork, right?
Robert Bork.
Bork, he says, okay, I'll fire him, but then I'm quitting. Nixon talks him into staying. And then they have to the hearings for the new guy, Saxby, who's coming up. The new Nixon guy is going to be Attorney General. So the Democrats said, okay, enough of this. Look, you're the president. You're going to get to have your Attorney General, but only on this condition. The new Attorney General has to appoint a special independent prosecutor on Watergate. And Nixon had no choice but to say yes at this point, because of clearly something was going on. And clearly something is going on right now. And the Democrats now on the Judiciary Committee have to insist with the new deputy attorney general who will be making this choice that he has got to appoint a special prosecutor. that is independent of the Trump administration.
The Watergate comparisons are irresistible. We're going to take a quick break.
And they're there.
And they're there. Quick break. Back with Michael Moore. Tuesday night, Donald Trump once again promised to do the impossible.
Tonight, I am also calling on this Congress to repeal and replace Obamacare with reforms that expand choice, increase access, lower costs, and at the same time provide better health care.
Expand choice, increase access, lower costs, and provide better health care. Yes or no?
Yes! Yes! No.
Impossible.
It's actually impossible. It's like taking a law of physics and just I'm going to send this in on the test. I'm just going to rewrite that law of physics. It's not possible. They know it's not possible. That's why they've never been able to write a plan. I mean, say what you want about Rand Paul, but his little prance over to the I don't know if anybody saw that today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've carried it yet, but he walked over from the Senate side of Congress over to the House side.
Wanted to take a look at the bill.
Yeah.
What do you got?
You guys, you House Republicans say that you got the plan to replace.
To do all those things.
Yeah, just show it to me.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't exist.
Show me the expand choice part.
He told him to take a hike because it doesn't exist.
Right.
They could have given him a pretend thing like they were mimes.
Right.
But no, there is nothing there.
Yeah, I mean,
they know there's nothing
We're
there.
not saying you cannot improve on the Affordable Care Act, but we're saying that everything the Republicans are saying about cutting the spending on it, cutting access, all of that, cutting subsidies to people who currently get subsidies to purchase health insurance. When you do all that, you can't do any of the things Donald Trump is promising.
Right. So here's what has to happen. The Republicans, if they'll take my advice to get themselves out of this mess they're in, just change the name from Obamacare to Trump Care. Mm-hmm. They don't touch anything else. The 20% hardcore of their base is going to just love the fact it's where they can say there's no more Obamacare. That'll be enough for them.
Right.
The other people who
They've been lied to before.
They've been lied to before. They're used to the lying. But people that I know in Michigan and Wisconsin and Ohio that voted for Trump out of anger, not because they believe in his ideology, they're going to be protected by the same things that President Obama set up. What the rest of us need to do, those of us in this majority resistance, we need to push for the real kind of universal health care that we have to have, or it's never really going to truly work for everyone. That's a universal single-payer health system like Canada's. We can do it here. We can do it efficiently. It'll cost less money. Everybody will be covered. People aren't going to lose their homes or anything as a result of a doctor's bill. That's what we really need, and that's what the discussion should be about, not us just trying to cling to the baby steps that President Obama set up for us. He had to get something going. He got it going. Now we have to carry the torch toward the future, not constantly be fighting this battle in the rear front.
We're going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us, and you're going to be replaced in that chair by a guy who refused to shake Ronald Reagan.
Elliot Engel, right?
Refused to shake Donald Trump's hand.
That's right.
He has shaken the hand of every president he has served under in Congress, in every State of the Union
And
address.
I intend to shake his hand on the way out of here.
He's here. Okay.
Call Congress, folks.
We're going to be back.
202-225-3121. Call your congressperson.